Today, let's talk money. Ka-ching, ching, ching. Now, most of us want to make very good amount of money, but most of us don't know how to negotiate for good money. So I've always maintained that it's not bad to want more money. I mean, if money wasn't important, a lot of us would not be working. And you don't get what you deserve, you end up getting what you negotiate for. Having said that, having an idea what's the fair salary for the kind of role you're going for in your geography at the level you're targeting is always helpful. I'm not saying you need to anchor your expectation only to that amount, but knowing what the fair salary is will give you understanding of how do you negotiate for more, or in some cases where you have no experience, could you use a slightly lower salary to enter at a slightly more junior level? So let's start. Hi, my name is Shafozar. I am a Singapore-based job search strategist and career coach and a former corporate recruiter. I am the CEO and founder of JobsMe, Job Search Made Easy. I'm also a LinkedIn top voice, so please do follow me there if you don't already. And I have recently launched my public Insta account to build a community, so please do follow me there as well. I do release 2 videos almost every week on YouTube, a longer deep dive like this and a shorter, less than 2 minutes nano tips video. So let's start with our conversation on money. So where do you start by finding your fair salary? I actually conducted a workshop recently and I made this question into a group activity. I wanted to see what kind of answers came out. And I think people literally nailed it, except the last avenue. They came up with a lot of ideas. So, place number one, websites like Glassdoor, Payscale, etc. tell you the average salary for people at the level you're targeting for the kind of role in your geography. So that could be a very good starting point to get that data out for yourself. The second one is there are salary benchmarking documents by different recruitment firms. So bigger ones, your Michael Page, Hayes, Hudson, Randstad, etc. Always keep these so you can take a look at that. The only caveat being that they usually give a range and that range could be very wide. So you need to make sure that you know which range is close, or you know a way to close that range gap, so you don't want to be pitching yourself somewhere between 180K to 450K. That's how wide the range can be. The third one, which is very Singapore focused, is My Careers Future. So My Careers Future, even if you cannot apply for the role there, search for the position on My Careers Future, and you will see the average salary listing over there for majority of the roles. And this will give you a very fair and accurate idea of what the role budget is going to be. I also know in a lot of jurisdictions, especially in the US now, in a lot of states, they have made it mandatory to let the budget be out, which moves us to point number 4. Ask the recruiter of the company what the budget range is. Before you even tell your expectation and your last drawn, you can ask them this question if they initiate the salary conversation. Otherwise, I will wait till the end of the process, because the more advanced you are in the interviewing stage for a company, the more high value you are and the better it is for your negotiation. Another avenue is recruiters in general. If you're doing job search, chances are you are speaking to recruiters and actually even hiring managers and people in similar positions in different organizations. Now, you will not ask them what's your salary or what salary you started, but you can make it the salary. So what would be a fair salary for a role like this? And then see what they have to say. Salary conversation may get awkward for a few people. So when you're going for recruiters, you can always pin it to their expertise. So you could say that, hey, I'm looking for these kind of roles. I'm just about exploring the positions, just started exploring positions. You are an expert in this field. what kind of salary do you think I should be looking at? And then see what range they give you. And do it with a few recruiters because you don't want to take just one person's answer as the absolute truth. Same thing with the hiring managers, because people can get a little bit iffy. Make sure that you present it as the salary. What would be a fair salary for somebody like this, especially if a role is not involved? If a role is involved, please don't ask this question. They may find it a little bit more invasive. And the last one, which I was very surprised most participants did not think of, is AI. AI is fantastic, but you need to be careful how you use AI, meaning you can't ask just generic, what's an average salary for somebody going for a business analyst role in healthcare in Singapore. You want to give it specific information. So put in your resume, the years of experience, the role you're targeting, exact job description, and the company, and then say, what would be a fair salary range for this kind of a role? And then ask it a few more questions. What are the areas I should be negotiating at? What are the things that should be absolutely critical when I am going for this position? And you will get a lot of information here. Once you've gotten information from all these different factors, it should give you a fair idea of what the salary range needs to be for the role. And then you can see where you want to pitch yourself. Because I moved to point one when I started this video. You don't get the salary you deserve. You get the salary which you negotiate for. So you can make that call knowing all these things moving forward. All the best for your salary negotiation. I hope you get a very good offer, something which aligns with your expectations. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to this channel. All the best.